Just me and you. Just me and
Hello, and I am Hassan Kareem, and today I'm going to give you a few tips on how to utilize Windows Movie Maker to create simple instructional videos. As you know, we live in a media-rich world, and as such, it is an instructor's responsibility to utilize elements of media to enhance their teaching skills. Windows Movie Maker is an example of a tool that allows us to do just that. It gives instructors the power to edit and produce their own video content, which can be used to create effective instructional videos. The first thing that any effective instructional video has to have is a title. Windows Movie Maker makes making a title screen as easy as cake. Simply click on a title and it allows you to add text. So as you see, when I click on title, it pulls up and it allows me to add text. And I'm just going to go ahead and name this how to create an instructional video. Alright, once you've got your title screen set up, it's time to get into the meat of your instructional video. Now, what's an instructional video without video content? To add the content that you need to your video, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come up here and you're going to click on Home tab. And once you click on the Home tab, you're going to get several options that are going to allow you to add many different things to your video. Now, what I want to do now is I want to add video content to my instructional video. So I want to click here on Add Videos and Photos. And once that pops up, I can select from locate my file and select from it to upload it into the project. So what I'm going to do is I want to select this one right here. And as you see, it instantly pops up into Windows Movie Maker Live. Now, once you have your video content added to your project, you can begin to do things to it to kind of make it more effective as a tool for instruction. Now, one thing about instructional videos and what they do is they give you a unique opportunity to deliver content and information to a student in a 360 full impactful way. And what I mean by that terminology is that a student can look at the video and look at what they're learning, as well as listen to your instruction and listen to what you're saying. And also, with a application like Windows Media Movie Maker, it allows you to add text so that they can read what you're trying to relay to them as well. And so how you add text is you simply come up here under your Home tab and you have this option called Caption, and you click on Caption. Now from Caption, your format screen comes up, and if you recall from earlier, your format screen allows you to add animation and interests to your text that can really spruce up your presentation. Now from your format screen, you also have this start time and your text duration. Start time lets the program know when you want your text to start, at what point in the video that you want your text to start, and the duration lets the program know how long you want that text to be displayed. So say for instance, at the beginning of this video, I had a very important message. I will come here and I type important message, and it may be a spell error there. And and so you type that in, and then you let it know at what point in time that you want it to start. Say maybe I want it to start at the 10-second point. An important message is at 10 seconds. It's going to move that down, and it's going to allow me also to set how many seconds I want it to show. So maybe for 2 seconds. I think my students are fast enough to pick up that important message in 2 seconds of text display. And there you go. Now from this home screen, there are other elements that you can add to your video as well as text, as we discussed. Like you can add music elements to your video. For instance, if you have a really snazzy song, similar to how we did when we imported our videos, we can just come here to add music, and we can locate some music that we want to listen to. Maybe a little Kanye West would be a very good theme for this video. And it'll put the music along the lines of how long your video content is going to be displaying. So the home menu is a really neat place to add those Hollywood production values to your video production. Now, another thing that you can do to add that Spielberg quality to your project is that you can bridge the gap between your content with spiffy animated entrances and transition screens. Now, what I mean by that is you have this tab over here, animations, and once you click that, you see you have this plethora of options that kind of awaken that you can use to spice up transitions between screens. Now, as you can see here, I have my title screen, and then I have my video content here, and I want to bridge, I'm going to make the bridge between these two things a little bit more spiffy. So how I'm going to do that, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go to my animations tab at the top left corner. And once I do that, like I said, these different things come up. And I want to bridge the gap between the title screen and the video content. So I'm going to make sure that I place my marker here. Now, once I do that, I want to select something that's going to really, give my interest into my video content a little, a little bing, bang, boom. I like the X, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this X. And as you see, once you click over what you want to do with your content, Windows Media Player gives you a little sample of what's going on here. So as you can see, I click on my X and it shows me exactly how that's going to look. Over here, I can, kind of place the duration that I want that X animated effect to last on my screen as well. Right now, I think that's fitting for what I'm trying to do. You also have different ways that you can make it pan, up and down, left and right. And these are things you can do to kind of give your video, like I said, once again, that Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese effect that you're going to need to kind of keep your students interested in the material that you're presenting. Alright, so now that you've got your video imported, and you've added those effects to give it that summer blockbuster edge, it's time to export your video content so that it can be in a format that can be consumed and easily accessed by the masses. Now, one thing about Windows Live Movie Maker is that it provides you with several options in order to export your videos. As you can see up here on the tab, you have several options that are easily available with the click of a button. Now, before I upload it to either Facebook or YouTube, what I want to do is I want to view it myself at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export it in a form that can be easily, viewed at my home computer. You come up here to your upper left hand corner, you're going to see the Movie Maker tab, and you're going to click on that, and it's going to give you options in order to save your video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to save movie. Instead of publishing the movie, I'm going to save the movie so that I can see it myself on my own computer. Now, as you can see, it gives you several options. They have one option that pretty much compresses it in a file that recommended according to the changes that you made in your project. You have these common settings that are for high definition display. You could burn it easily to a DVD, and you can save it for this computer. Now, this is what I want to do and view it on this computer, but I want to also show you some of these other options. You also have where you can email it and share it with your community, or, say for instance, you got to share your instructional video with the administration before you show it to your class. This is an easy way to do that. And you also have several type of formats that can be displayed on mobile devices like cell phones or Zooms or iPads and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save it for this computer. And now you have, just like saving any other file, you have to pick a location where you want to save and also the file type that you would like to save it is. I'm going to save this as a Windows Movie Video file. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this title to How to Make an instruct, and that way I can easily find it. I'm going to save that, and now it's compressing that movie into a Windows Movie Live file that I can easily share and view from my computer, and then if I decide later to upload it to a Facebook or YouTube, I could do that as well. As you can see, creating an instructional video these days doesn't take a studio or editors. It just takes a creative teacher with tech savviness to implement applications to create learning environments that are going to be effective and efficient for students.